Alyork Sports, baby. Y'all already know what the fuck, baby. Let's get it, baby. LES to the death, man. Let's get this started real quick. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Cali, New York City, Chi-Town, Philadelphia, the D and LES to the death, man. Shout out to Syndicate Radio TV, Vegas Divas, Kim Waterman, No Paul, Justin Yu, D Beeman, all my ninjas. Shout out to Tony Sports. And last but not least, shout out to Credit Fix. Never too late to fix your credit. IG me, inbox me, email me at al.newyork@yahoo.com. And like I always say, baby, so much to do in so little time. So let's rock the 15 quickest minutes of sports. Let's start off right now. We're going right to yesterday's game right there. The question is, does Phillip Rivers deserve to go to the Hall of Fame? Now, my partner, Noah Parker, thinks so. I totally disagree, but I'm going to give you the body of work because he has body of work. Phillip Rivers has played in 223 games and has started 219 straight games, which gives him the title of the Iron Man. He's up there with all the Iron Man. Not Cal Ripken, but any other Iron Man in football, in NFL football. Brett Favre was an Iron Man. Very impressive. Also played all them years with one ball club, which was the San Diego Chargers, who just recently converted to the LA Chargers, but they still the Chargers. 8-time Pro Bowl. His career record is 122-97. His completion rate is 64.5. His total yardage is almost 58,000 yards, 390 touchdowns, and 192 picks. No chip. He's like your greatest regular season quarterback who can't really go through the playoffs and win no games. And the biggest knock I got on Phillip Rivers is that he is the red zone king in throwing picks late in the game. And even just beyond the red zone, maybe the 30 to 35, minute left, minute and a half. And the problem with Phillip that really messes me up, he throws a lot of first down interceptions late in the game. And that's like really, you expect that out of a rookie. You don't expect that out of a veteran like Phillip Rivers. Like yesterday, that pick to lose the game was on first down with, I think, 20, 25 somewhat seconds. They should have had 3 plays from where they were. If I'm correct, it was about the 18 or the 20. I might be wrong, but I know it was right on the red zone or right next to the red zone. And, you know, Phillip is great in getting you to those positions, but he doesn't close. And that's why, for me, to bring him in the Hall of Fame, he has the body of work. He has the wins. He has the yardage. He has the touchdowns. But he doesn't have the clutch gene in finishing games. He's a choke master, and that's why I got Eli over him. Now, I know y'all going to say, yeah, but Eli had all those horrible years. Yes, he did. But when it was time to come to bat up, he beat the GOAT twice in the Super Bowl. And yes, he beat the GOAT. The team beat him, but he led the last 2 drives to win those 2 games. So that's why I got Eli in and Phillip out. Next subject, MVPs. I'm going to give you 5 names of potential MVPs. A lot of people are saying my boy Dak Prescott, which I don't think so, but let me give you some Dak numbers. 21 touchdown, 9 picks, 3,200 yards, 77.8 QB yards, second in the league, 33 rushes for 193 yards, 3 touchdowns. Yes, he's in the conversation very much, but I don't got him winning the MVP as of right now. Lamar Jackson, 19 touchdowns, 5 picks, 2,200.5 yards, 115 rushes, 800 yards in rush, 115 rush for 800 yards, 6 touchdowns, QBR 77.4. He's third in the league. I got Lamar over Dak Prescott because being the dual back that he is and his team playing the way they're playing, I got Lamar. Actually, I got Lamar number 2. Aaron Rodgers, 17 touchdowns, 2 picks, 2,700 yards, 27 rushes, 109 yards, one touchdown rushing. I got Aaron about 4/5. I predicted him early in the season to win it, but he faded, man. He faded quickly. Pat Mahomes, 19 touchdowns, 2 picks, 2,800 yards, missed about 2 games, 22 rushes for 141 yards. His QBR is 77.0, which is 4th. He was first before yesterday's game. But yesterday, he had a bad game yesterday. He had a bad game, 1 touchdown, 1 pick for 182 yards. It wasn't your Pat Mahomes type of game, but he found a way to win. And last but not least, my MVP as of right now is Russell Wilson, 23 touchdowns, 2 picks for 2,700 yards. His QBR is 78.1. He's first in the league. 50 rushes for 256, 3 touchdowns. Russell the Muscle is my MVP as of right now. And I told y'all Seattle was going to be a sleeper this year. And they are not only a sleeper, they Super Bowl contenders at this moment. And there go your MVPs for right now. I got Russell Wilson winning it if it ended today. Now let's go to boxing real quick. 15 quickest minutes of sports. I got to keep it going. This Saturday, we got a big fight. Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz, part 2. You got the Bronze Bomber, 41-0-1, and King Kong, 31-1-0, and his only loss was to Wilder in a great fight. I mean, that fight was everything you wanted it to be. So I love this. I love this rematch. I think it's a little expensive. The fight's at MGM, MGA Grand in Las Vegas, World Council, World Heavyweight title. Wilder's minus 650, which I think is a real stupid number, and King Kong's at plus 450. Being a betting man, I would never lay 650. So you either bet the underdog in this fight or you take the rounds. I don't have the rounds in front of me, but the rounds will appear no later than Wednesday, Thursday. I think maybe the over on the fight would be the way to go. I think King Kong lasts this fight. He's in better shape. I think it goes the distance, and I think it'll go Wilder decision. But we'll see, because Wilder's going to try to knock him out like he does all of his opponents, because in 41 wins, he's got 40 Ks. The only guy hitting K was the big white boy, and I don't even want to start going into him because that was a funny-ass fight, and I'm not even going to give him no homage. You know what I mean? He ain't going to get no homage on my show right now. Fuck that dude. All right, next topic. This is a real interesting topic. A lot of people approach me on this, hit me up on my Facebook group, my Alyork Sports group. Yo, Al, do you think the LA Lakers are going to win the championship? And right now, they have the best record in the NBA at 11-2. They might be 12-2. I think it's 11-2. I got to check it up. I didn't check it yesterday, but I got 11-2. They got the best record. The Rockets are 12-3. Rockets are half a game behind them, and I also like the Clippers. So I like the Rockets and the Clippers ahead of the Lakers as far as being the best teams in the NBA. Now, that's not to say they are the best team, but that's my opinion. I think the Rockets and the Clippers, especially the Clippers, who will gel. Record-wise, they like 8-5, 9-5, but PG3 and Kawhi Leonard haven't gelled yet. As a matter of fact, Kawhi's missed the last 3 games. He's actually missing back-to-backs because they preserving them for the playoffs. Do I agree with it? No, but it is what it is. I still got the Clippers to win it all, and I got the Rockets to have the second best record behind them, and then the Lakers. But anything can happen. Let me mention some of the Lakers guys who are doing their thing. LeBron James is averaging 25 points a game, 11 assists, 7.6 rebounds. Anthony Davis, 24.5, 3.3 assists, 9.2 rebounds. Kyle Kuzma's 14. Danny Green's averaging 8.8. JaVale McGee, 6.9 with 6 rebounds. KCP, 6.7. Lakers are strong. I'm not saying they're not strong, but I just think this is not their year just yet. I think we're going a little over our head too quickly. Now, last but not least, in the fastest 15 quickest minutes of sports, will the Cleveland Browns make the playoffs? They 4-6 right now. I'm going to say no, especially after losing Myles Garrett, which he initiated that hit to Rudolph. I don't think that thing could go so many ways. I'm blaming Mason Rudolph also. But you got to think about it. You got to put your mind back. It's like 8 seconds left. They were up 2 touchdowns. I'm not saying he's supposed to not hustle, but not only did he overreact and over hustle, he pinned him to the ground, which was very unnecessary. Now, I'm not protecting Mason. He did his part. Punched him in the balls. He kicked him. He tried to take his helmet off. So, yes, he's as guilty as Myles Garrett. But I think if you told me who started it, Garrett started that shit because there was no need for all that extra shit with 8 seconds left. I understand Coach Kitchens got you guys playing all out to the end of the game. I understand the Steelers own your dues and you owe them a lot. I understand that. But if you want to get to the bottom of it, like if you threw some police out there, the first thing they're going to say is that Myles Garrett initiated that whole shit. Now, what happened after that? Mason Rudolph, yes, he fucked up. He tried to take his helmet off because he reacted like, what the fuck this dude's doing? Was he playing full blast? They were up 2 touchdowns. We at the 20, our 20. We can't even score from where we at. So what's with all the extra shit? Garrett hit him with the helmet. After that pin down, both of them to me got the same type of blame. But I think Myles Garrett initiated, so he should definitely get the way bigger suspension, which he will. And Mason Rudolph's got to get, to me, he's got to get a game or 2. I think they fined him $35K. He's got to get more than that because being a quarterback, even though Myles Garrett did that to you, you're supposed to be smarter. You know what I mean? You're supposed to, like, when he ran to the ref, when he hit him at the helmet, that's what he was supposed to do when Myles Garrett pinned him down. Not trying to fight big-ass Myles Garrett because you're not in the same league. And I'm thankful, and everybody else is thankful, and Myles Garrett and his family's thankful that that helmet didn't hit him with the back end of the helmet. It hit him with kind of where the cushion was at because that would have split his apple right down the middle. Mason Rudolph got knocked out with his helmet on a few weeks ago. So you can imagine if Myles Garrett would have speared him with the hard part of the helmet, my man, there would have been criminal charges filed. Like he would have probably been in jail right now. So thank God that didn't happen. Thank God for the NFL. Thank God for Myles Garrett because I'm pretty sure I know he didn't mean to do that. And thank God that Mason Rudolph is all right. But like I said, back to the question, the Browns would not make the playoffs. This is their last 6 games. They play home against Miami, at Pittsburgh, at Cincinnati, at Arizona, home against Baltimore, home against Cincinnati. I think they'll end up 3-3. Their record is 4-6. A 7-9 does not make the playoffs. And that's basically it. The Browns would not make the playoffs. Kitchens would get fired. And the Browns going to have to get a good coach because they're a very good team on paper. They need a coach to coach that talent. And with that, I thank you, y'all. 15 quickest minutes of sports. Alyork Sports, Syndicate Radio, Vegas Divas, D. Beeman, Noah Parker, Justin Yu, everybody in my corner. I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. And tune in Thursday, 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern. Me and Noah Parker, multiple subjects for y'all. Hold your hat. I'll be back. Love, y'all. Alyork Sports.